What is up, everybody? Liverpool 11-2 on aggregate over Sparta Prague, which is just completely unprecedented. In fact, they scored 4 goals in the first 13 minutes of this match. So many goals, in fact, they couldn't even get one of them on camera. They were too busy showing the previous ones. It was just a complete annihilation of a club of lesser ability, and Liverpool showed their class in this tie. Moving on to the quarterfinals, and we don't know who we're playing yet, but let me know in the comments who you guys would prefer to play against. Now, if we look at the match stats, I mean, it was absolutely dominant, as I said before. Liverpool had probably damn near 80% possession, and we'll pull it up here. Match stats, yeah, 77.5 to 22.5% possession, which is just annihilation. I mean, 6-1 scoreline. Corner kicks, you see 8-2. One save had to be made by Kelleher, and in fact, he let a goal in. But it's kind of funny. Despite Sparta letting in 6 goals, their keeper had some pretty good saves. I will say that. Going the wrong way here. Cody Gakpo, 2 goals. He gets credit for that shot from Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott with the assist. Mo Salah with a goal. Darwin Nunez, Dominic Szoboszlai, Bobby Clark as well. And those are your 5 goal scorers. Excuse me. And if you look at who was subbed off, so we had Virgil van Dijk come on for Jarell Kwanzaa, Kostas Tsimikas on for Joe Gomez after a good performance, McConnell on for Endo. I can't figure out this scroller. It keeps going both ways. Decide which way you want to go. And Darwin Nunez came off with Elliott coming on. And we saw Musalowski, which I believe is his debut today. I could be wrong about that, but I do believe it was his debut. And he came on for Bobby Clark after Bobby Clark went off with an apparent injury, it seemed like. So Klopp made it through unscathed, man. He didn't have anybody get injured, which when you saw that lineup, it was a very, very bold starting 11. I mean, we zoom in here and you guys can see who he went with here. He had Gakpo, Nunez, Salah, Szoboszlai, Endo, Clark, Robbo, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Bradley, Kelleher. Backline, not so much. Midfield-wise and attacking-wise, though, he risked a lot, but it paid off. This team is really good. Liverpool honestly have a chance to win everything this year, man. They really do. Hannah, what's up? They really do have a chance to win everything. And I think the fact that now we have all of our young guys playing important roles in the team week to week, whether it's in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or even in the Europa League in Europe, this team can do great things. And Klopp said it before. He said that he's never going to leave the team in a worse state. He said, when I leave, one, it's most important what you think about me when I leave, not when I come. But also, when I leave, I will never leave the team in a worse state. And he clearly hasn't. Every player that we see virtually come off or out of the academy is a just dynamite young player. Bison, what's up? Kwanzaa is a great example. Bobby Clark has really climbed that ladder, man. I mean, Bobby Clark showed there was one moment in the game with Bobby Clark. He had a shot on target. It was saved. But all he did was do a little bit of a drop of the shoulder to get by the defender. And it was just class. Just really showed his skill on that one. Bison says here, worried we scored so much goals we'll draw a blank against United. Maybe we used up all of our ammo in this match. You could be right. It is definitely not something I hope happens. Certainly hope that Liverpool have some goals to show for it. And I think going into Man United after 11-2 on aggregate, we're going to be just fine goal-wise. I think Man United, one, it's going to be a great match. But two, I don't think Man United can defend our attacking threat. I really don't think they can. I don't think they stand a chance. But that's just me. So, again, this match really, guys, there's not much to review. We won 11-2 on aggregate, 6-1 at home. We saw the young guys, and now we go on and we play either Benfica, Atalanta, Villa, whoever moved on. And this should be our tournament. It really should be. This should absolutely be our tournament. There's no way that when you look at the other competition, which of course are great teams in this competition, there should never be a scenario where you don't look and say Liverpool should absolutely be in the final and should absolutely be taking home the trophy. I'm not predicting that's going to happen. What I'm saying is there's no reason why it shouldn't happen. All right. I feel like predicting that is just jinxing my team. I wouldn't do it. This team has so much quality, not only in our starting 11, but even in our bench players, as I talked about earlier on the stream here. The young guys are just doing such a great job. What I would like is for some redemption after that great run in the Europa League in Klopp's first season and ended up losing against Sevilla in the final. I would love some redemption. I really would. And I would love to send Klopp out on a high. We already got the Carabao Cup. Premier League is still up for grabs. The Europa League, it feels like we have one hand on the trophy. You know, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, right? Maybe I'm way too high after an 11-2 aggregate victory over Sparta Prague, right? Live and adventure. What's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Leverkusen is a great point. Great point. Leverkusen's a great team. There, like I said, there's great teams in this tournament. There's absolutely great teams in this tournament. And I think that's the problem that a lot of English sides run into in this tournament. They think because it's not the Champions League, they're going to walk through the tournament. And what happens is they get beat by a side like Leverkusen or by a side like Sevilla or by a side like Roma, like one of those teams that's good, but at the end of the day, they're not better than you, but it's because of the mindset. Bison, thank you very much for the super chat. Says, thanks for the content, brother Kyle. Good night. God bless. Again, I appreciate the support, Bison. Great to see you, man. Live and Adventure, AC Milan are favorites. And that's interesting. That's interesting that AC Milan are favorites. Great team. Absolutely a great team. Wow, Leverkusen, 3-2, 97th minute. I'm obviously getting ahead of myself, but that's for me to do. The players shouldn't get ahead of themselves. Let me get ahead of myself and say, oh, Liverpool should absolutely be in the final. They should. Last year or 2 years ago, Man United, I think, went to the Europa League. Man United should have been in that final. I really think that English teams do themselves a disservice because they think they're going to walk through the tournament. And clearly Liverpool don't have that mindset right now. They just don't. And maybe that's why Klopp played the players he did today, because he didn't want to put out that message of, we're going to walk through this tournament. I'm playing my kids today. Even though he did end up playing the kids. Guys, I really have nothing else to say. I would probably just be annoying after a certain point if I just stayed on here and chat. But I appreciate everyone who did tune in. There's not much else for me to say. Liverpool move on. We got Man United on Sunday for the FA Cup, which arguably is a bigger match than today was. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be live for that match as well. Hope to see you guys there. And until then, Reds, take care.